We're on the precipice of a major paradigm shift. And if history has taught us anything, it is that every time there is a challenge that comes up in the economy, there is a new normal that emerges. And traditional businesses, if they don't adapt, they tend to wane away and fade away. With project management today, we're seeing a huge amount of projects coming up in terms of dealing with the current crisis, where companies internally are digitizing their business processes to better govern and better manage what they're doing today. And if businesses need to continue, if they don't have an expiry date, then they need to adapt. They need to be able to serve customers. They need to be able to deliver promises to contracts to their existing clientele. They need to continue to acquire new business. So now
there is a renewed focus on value, okay? And there are two ways that companies are thinking about value. Is number one, they're trying to understand, they're trying to reimagine the value proposition. What is the value that they're bringing to the customers? And in this whole process, I think I like to maybe open up a discussion maybe in the next a couple of minutes on the role of the project managers as well in terms of value proposition.
On the other hand of the technology, we have the new emerging technology like AI, machine learning, and so on. And in that case, the role of the project teams and the project managers in particular is to be able to be disruptive in a non-disruptive way, meaning that the technology will be disruptive, but the project manager still has to keep everything under control and smoothly guide these projects to successful completion. Of course, again, when we talk about emerging technologies, we know also that they are only as good as the people that are behind them. So our project teams and our project managers need to be more and more the right people. And then that's when you go to the right skills. They have to be the right people. They have to have a mix of proven traditional skills. Like David was saying, the way we were doing project management is not dying, but has to be complemented by new skill set and new characteristics that have to be added and have to give a wider picture of the emerging project manager.
The first thing for me would be scope, and it's always your goals and your objectives, right? What are you actually trying to achieve here when you put all this together? The resources, of course, as you go forward, you need the proper resources. When we say resources too, it includes all the stakeholders, all the executive management teams, and I'm talking pretty much digital transformation, trying to get the data to the project manager. You need the right people in the right position at the right time, and they need to be constant. If you're going to have an executive team that's only putting in 80%, that's what you're going to get, 80%. You have to have the full backing of all your executive management and your stakeholders and all the team that goes with it. As far as time and money, when you start implementing these systems, there's a correct way to do it. And the first thing to do is pretty much like Rohan said, you have to have a business process in place, a business process management in place, and go through the whole steps of the business practice to find out how you get a project through a system.
The other thing is opening your mind up to new challenges, as Rohan so well put. We've got customers, I've gotten some of my consulting customers coming and asking us to, as I mentioned in the last webinar, to automate things we've never considered automating before. So we have to change our mindsets and think about things we never thought that maybe it made sense financially or the payback was there, to really start to open our mind to customers coming to us and asking us things in the past we would have said, no, it just doesn't even pass the smell test. I won't even want to deal with that. Today I have to pause and say, does it make sense now in this new economy, in this new world? Maybe we do need to automate that, because that thing shut down a company when we went into this crisis.
And the clearer that scope definitions are provided to the project, the better a project succeeds. Now, the entire panel has clearly mentioned that project management starts from the pre-project phase, from the planning phase, from the estimation phase, and gone are the days when you just bring project management in the execution phase of the business. So from a technology standpoint, what we provide is an interface which allows for collaboration across the business, from business to pre-sales to estimation and project management. Everybody has the same unified view of a project across what we call the 4 M's of project estimation: man hours, materials, money, and machine time. Now, these are the 4 cost components that are involved in the execution of a project, and that is what is budgeted in a lot of detail in the scoping phase of technology projects.
Some of the things that we give you is a full engineering solution. We can do the processing, the advanced processing, the estimating, the tool designs, your robot simulation, your human simulation, discrete events, project management. As a team, we're offering these full services that you see in an engineering environment. We can offer those with the latest digital technologies and really a good core competency of people that can produce some very good work.